Time now for our weekly dose of the Doug Anthony Allstars, and today the boys are trying to discover whether a great British myth still holds true. Here's Richard, Paul and Tim.
We are the Doug Anthony Allstars, powerful, sensual dynamos of free love. Thanks, Paul. And today we're talking to the British about... Yes, no sex please, we're British is the only cry you hear in the bedrooms of this once great nation. The French are famous for their love play.
The Italians for their boudoir antics.
And the Swedes for their culinary aptitude. We Australians are famous for the dexterity, the tenderness, and the brevity of our love-making.
Right now, let's enter the hearts, minds and bedrooms of this once great nation.
And have a good chat about...
Do you think the English are getting better at sex?
Better than who?
Than the French?
Oh, no, I don't think the English could ever be as good as the French. I mean, the only thing we do is to use their letters. But the fact is that English men are not as bad as people suggest, and no doubt you will find out as you meet lots of English men.
Do you think the English are becoming more relaxed about sex?
You could find them laying back and thinking of England all the time.
Do you think the English are more relaxed about sex than they were before?
No, I don't think so.
You think things are getting worse?
I think we're a little bit more staid than most people are, yes.
Do you think the English are good enough in bed?
I wouldn't know the answer to that question. I have nothing to compare with.
Do you think the Australians are any good in bed?
I'm not sure. I've got a friend who's Australian. I call him Studley.
Do you think the English are still a bit uptight about sex?
Not in my experience, no.
He's from Canberra. It's the home of a lot of the Australian studs, isn't it not? Is it not?
Now that's the truth.
Come on.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about...
Behind closed doors in Britain's suburbia, we are about to meet Britain's most famous madam, Cynthia Payne.
Hello, Cynthia.
Oh, hello.
Grab a seat. Lovely to see you. Oh, it's hard to believe that not so very long ago this backyard was full of judges.
Backyard, that Australian accent.
This garden was full of judges, of leaders of industry, of captains of industry, of priests, barristers and lawyers, all having a wild, crazy time out in the garden and, of course, upstairs.
And the barristers and lawyers are the ones that send me to prison. Rather amazing, really, when you think about it, isn't it?
Do you think English men's desires shrivel?
I think men are all the same, whether it's chilly or whether it's sunny. I think if they've got the opportunity, they're going to do it, even if the snow's on the ground.
Winter, spring, summer or fall, basically, you're saying men are up for it.
Of course they are, aren't you?
A lot of What's the kinkiest request you ever got, Cynthia?
The kinkiest request that ever happened in my house was a bank manager. He asked me to do... He wanted a party built round him. He wanted to be tied up, spread eagled against a wall, naked, and he wanted mud thrown all over him. Well, I didn't want to do it because, I mean, the room would be filthy and everything, but everybody said to me, "Oh, we'll do the cleaning up for you, Cynthia. Let's have a bit of fun." And this is... that is the photograph, and that is really amazing.
Can we just close in on that English sexuality in a nutshell there?
Mind you, I only ever met one in all the 20 years running a brothel. I only ever met one man like that.
So there you have it. But if you're British, maybe you don't.
We've looked under the sheets of England and there's not much going on, I'm afraid.
So we'll just carry on up the innuendo with our black pudding and tripe, because if we had sex, we just wouldn't be British.
Good night from us.
Good morning to you.
Us for anchovy.
Yeah, I'm asking for anchovy.
Pineapple.
I said no anchovy.
Ham. Real ham.
Real ham?
Real ham.
What do you want?
Really, anchovies,
what about
really.
this lad?
That's on my side. That's on my side.
It's always on your side.
Did I say real ham?
Do that to me.